Namaste, welcome to Srimad Bhagavad Gita, chapter 13, Kshetrajna Vibhag Yoga. Every Sunday, from the members of Yendri, we have discussion on 10 shlokas of Srimad Bhagavad Gita, and we had started this journey during this corona pandemic. Now we have reached till 13th chapter, and today we are going to discuss 21st to 30th shloka of Kshetrajna Vibhaga Yoga. So I request the person who is concerned with 21st shloka to start chanting and putting the meaning of the shloka, discuss the meaning, understanding of the shloka. Who is 21st?
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Om Shri Paramatmane Namaha. At Shri Bhagavad Gita Trayodasha Adhyayah Kshetrajna Vibhaga Yoga. Shloka number 21. Karya Karan Kritratve हेतु प्रकृतिरुच्यते पुरुषा सुख दुःखानां भोक्तृत्वे हेतुरुच्यते। भगवान श्री कृष्ण हमें इस श्लोक में कार्य और कारण को समझा रहे हैं। अगर हम थोड़ा पीछे जाएं और श्लोक नंबर 6 और 7 में देखें तो उसमें भी भगवान श्री कृष्ण ने हमें 24 विषयों के बारे में बताया था। अब इसमें कार्य क्या है और कारण क्या है वह जो है हम समझते हैं। कार्य में जो है क्या क्या आता है? कार्य में इससे पहले आते हैं हमारे पंचभूत, आकाश, वायु, अग्नि, जल और पृथ्वी, तथा शब्द, स्पर्श, गंध, रूप तथा रस। अब कारण क्या है? कारण है बुद्धि, अहंकार, मन तथा नेत्र, कान, नाक, जीभ, त्वचा एवं वाणी, पांव, हाथ, गुदा तथा लिंग। ये टोटल जो है हमारी 24 विषय हो गए। अब इसमें कार्य क्या है और कारण क्या है ये हमने देख लिया। कार्य और कारण दोनों ही प्रकृति से उत्पन्न होते हैं। इन्हीं कार्य और कारण की वजह से सुख और दुख जो है वह पैदा होते हैं। सुख और दुख भोगने वाले को हम पुरुष कहते हैं और इसी तरह हम पुरुष और प्रकृति की परिभाषा को है वह जान सकते हैं और आगे भी इसको विस्तृत रूप से आने वाले श्लोकों में जो है वह बताया जाता है। हरे कृष्णा। सर्वम श्री कृष्ण अर्पणमस्तु।
Thank you very much, Pihu, for such a short and sweet explanation of this shloka. If you people don't mind, can we start correcting the pronunciation or chanting or uchcharan of the shloka? If you people don't mind.
Yes, Doctor.
Rajamji is more than ready. Raja Rajeshwari ji is also more than ready to correct the pronunciation. I hope so. Is it? Am I?
Yes,
am I
Doctor.
right?
No problem, Doctor.
Yeah, please. So Raja
Yes,
Rajeshwari
Doctor.
ji, can you please chant this shloka correctly and tell Pihu to repeat after you? Raja Rajeshwari ji.
Yes, Doctor. Yes, Doctor. कार्यकरण कर्तृत्वे
कार्यकारण कृतत्वे कार्यकरण कृतत्वे
कर्तृत्वे कर्तृत्वे
कर्तृत्वे कर्तृत्वे
कर्तृत्वे
हेतु प्रकृतिरुच्यते
हेतुर प्रकृतिरुच्यते
hetu, like that you have to come from the abdomen. Hetu prakriti ruchyate.
Next letter pa is there, so you have to pronounce half pa. Hetu prakriti ruchyate.
हेतु प्रकृतिरुच्यते
Purusha sukha dukkhanam.
पुरुष सुख दुःखानां
भोक्तृत्वे हेतुरुच्यते
भोक्तृत्वे हेतुर उच्यते
भोक्तृत्वे
भोक्तृत्वे
हेतुरुच्यते
हेतुरुच्यते.
Nice. Thank you very much, Pihu. Thank you very much, Raja Rajeshwari ji. And try to spend some time in bringing up your ucharan from the abdomen, from the chest, and from the throat as and when required. Okay. So thank you. Thank you very much. Next one, 22.
Namaste, doctor.
Namaste, Padmavati ji.
पुरुषः प्रकृतिस्यो हि भुङ्क्ते प्रकृतिज्ञानगुणान् कारणं गुणसङ्कोच्य सत् असत् योनि जन्मसु. When the Purush, individual soul, seated in Prakriti, the material energy, decides to enjoy the three gunas, attachment to them becomes the cause of its birth in superior and inferior wombs. In the previous verse, Sri Krishna explained that the Purush soul is responsible for the experience of pleasure and pain. This verse is very important for an understanding of how the living entities transmigrate from one body to another. This change of dress is due to his attachment to material existence. The Atma or immortal soul is compelled to take unlimited varieties of physical bodies from all levels of creations, sometimes as demigod, sometimes as a human, sometimes as an animal, etc. These forms are neutrally awarded according to the gunas or three modes of goodness, passion, and ignorance, which adhere in strict accordance to the karma or reactions from the past actions in proportion to the degree of attachment and cravings. Due to the ego, the soul identifies itself as the doer and enjoyer of the body. The body, mind, and intellect perform all the activities, but the soul is held responsibility for them. One has to rise, therefore, above the three material modes and become situated in the transcendental position. This is called Krishna consciousness. Krishna, after killing Kamsa, went to the prison to liberate his parents Vasudeva and Devaki. Devaki asked Krishna, "Dear son, you are yourself great God. Why did you wait for 14 long years to kill Kamsa and free us?" Krishna replied, "Honored mother, why did you send me to the forest for 14 years in last life? For which reasons?" Devaki said, "Why do you say I sent you to forest? It is impossible." Then Krishna said, "You have forgotten that in the last life you were Kaikeyi and father was Dasharatha." Devaki was speechless and asked out of curiosity, "Who is Kaushalya in this life?" Krishna replied, "Mother Yashoda." Effect of karma does not spare anybody. Even God cannot bypass it. Sarvam Krishnarpanam.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Padmaji, for such a nice explanation. Here, I just want all of you to contemplate on a very basic aspect of attachment. And let us just discuss what are the results of attachment. What happens when we have attachment? When we are having raga, means attachment, or we can have desires like kama, or we can have moha, or we can have lobha. What happens with that asuri pravrutti? What is the result? Here it is written very simple. Last shabda is sat asat yoni janmasu. So that is happening, that we will get birth in a superior and inferior janmas, superior and inferior yoni we will develop. But overall in the same janma, what happens? What happens with our attachments? what is the result in our lives? Only we have seen many a number of times. So I would like some of you to just explain what is the result of attachment. Very simple.
We get slowly detached from the divine path.
Okay, that is one very interesting answer, that we get away from the Atman. We get away from the Brahman. Very nice. Okay, then
We have to take again and again birth.
that already there, Padmaji. Now we want what normally, naturally in this Janma itself, what happens? This Janma right now, if I have attachment, what will happen?
Materialistic pleasure.
Mada Matsara.
सर इट इज लाइक अ चेन रिएक्शन कि एक चीज से हम लोग
हाँ।
अटैच होते हैं और उसके साथ हम बहुत और चीजों के साथ अटैच हो जाते हैं, तो वो जो
Suppose,
एक
हाँ।
वो चेन ऑफ रिएक्शन है दैट डजंट एंड
Chain of
और हम
reaction.
सोचते हैं या
Okay.
कि ये लेके हम लोग सेटिस्फाई हो जाएंगे, नहीं, फिर वो कुछ और उसके साथ अटैच होता है कि
Correct,
इतना पैसा
correct.
है तो कुछ तो ये
So
वो बढ़ता
suppose,
जाता है,
for
देयर इज नो एंड.
example, ये मेरे पास मोबाइल है. Okay, I have a mobile and I am attached to this mobile. So I'll be happy. Oh, you know, I have this Vivo V15 Pro. Okay. But if suppose this mobile falls down and I am attached to the mobile and mobile breaks, what will happen? Oh my God, I lost my mobile. Like that. So it basically creates a seesaw, roller coaster ride, and basically it brings the duality once again. We want to receive and achieve Advaita, but what will happen? We will go into duality of our existence, and internally we will become dim. We will just give rise to a lot of ignorance, you know. Because of that, because of our attachment, we will forget many a number of times what is important and what is not, like that. And it will lead to lots and lots of that. Somebody told, no, mada comes. Yes, definitely lobha will come, matsarya will also come. Absolutely correct. From one
We will
contamination.
not have the difference between need and necessity as we go in life. The need and necessity gets vanished. It will be a need. Then slowly it will get into jealousy or greed and things like that. Keep on growing because it will never stop. As long as
Correct.
you get attachment,
As Piyu
things keep
told, chain
growing.
reaction.
So
Yes.
we go far off from the purpose to which we have to go towards. The goal is
Correct.
far behind.
Correct. And then finally we will get into this chain reaction, and where we will start having troubles, having quarrels, having lot of issues, and then we will think that God is only not there. There are so many instances where people will stop having belief, stop having shraddha, just because of their own attachment. They would think at an inferior level, and they will develop this kind of negative thinking process, and this will
Even
ultimately.
if we believe there is God, we will measure everything by the value, by the things that materials we possess. Means if I believe in God, I would have done a sin or I would have done something. I will try to cover it up with offering something to Lord.
Yes, definitely. Very
Maybe
nice.
I'll go to Tirupati and offer 1 kg of gold or do something, give food to 100 people, just to just thinking that I have come out of my things and I'm better now. I've cleaned my wrongdoings and things like that.
Correct. Very nice. Can somebody give example of attachment? Like what examples? Like just now, who is this? You did not introduce yourself. You just started.
Sorry, my name is Vikas.
Yeah. Okay. So Vikas ji told just now about that Tirupati. That is one kind of attachment, one kind of ego, one kind of ego satisfaction. Same way, what are the other examples? Can you give some examples of attachment?
Due to this moha, Dashratha lost his life also. He became sick and then he lost his life. So
Correct.
that's also an example.
Okay, very nice.
I want to share a story from scriptures कि जब भरत महाराज जो है, जब वो भागवतम में इसका वर्णन है कि जब वो वन में चले गए थे अकेले तपस्या करने के लिए, तो क्या हुआ था कि एक हिरण का बच्चा था जिससे उनको बहुत जो है अटैचमेंट हो गई थी. तो उसकी वजह से क्या हुआ था कि नेक्स्ट जन्म जो है उनको हिरण का जो है लेना पड़ गया था. अदरवाइज क्या होता है कि उन्होंने इतनी सारी तपस्या करी, इतना कुछ उन्होंने किया कि मतलब उन्हें तो जो है सब ये जीवन मरण के चक्कर से मुक्त हो जाना चाहिए था। लेकिन क्या होती है, एक जो इच्छा जो होती है, एक जो अटैचमेंट हमारी होती है, वो हमारा जो नेक्स्ट जन्म है उसको भी इफेक्ट कर देती है। ये हम इस चीज से जान सकते हैं कि अगर अपनी इच्छाओं को हम जो भी हमारी इच्छाएं होती है, हमारा जो नेक्स्ट जन्म जो होता है वो उसी पे जो है वो बेस्ड होता है।
Very nice. Thank you, Pihu. Attachments, like, as means I was trying to put it across. Attachment is like you can get attached to your wife, you can get attached to your friend, you can get attached to your teacher, you can get attached to your business, and you can get attached to your company. Like that means so many different kinds of attachments are there. You can get attached to your profession and become so obsessed with your profession that you forget the rest of the things and you become one imbalanced personality. It happens so. And attachment leads to some kind of, I need somebody, I need some company. There are sometimes attachment to like clubs. No, there are some clubs all across the planet. People go to those clubs and try to have that friendship, I try to have that club membership and all these things. That is also one kind of attachment, so on and so forth. There are
Attachment also, sorry to interrupt, it also stop us from realization of it can be anything, the reality
Kasji,
which is in front
I
of
would
us.
like to stop you 1 second. Here,
Sorry.
you have to wait for somebody to complete the statement. Okay?
Sorry, yeah.
Yeah, please. If you have joined for the first time, I think you should understand that if somebody is speaking, we are not having just like that casual discussion. You can tell that I want to add a point, and that is how you add the point. Okay, I understand. I appreciate your enthusiasm, but please maintain the code of conduct. Thank you very much. Now you can speak.
My sincere apologies for that.
Yeah.
My only point was that certain realization will be kept away when attachment is there. To give an example, cite an example, when Ramakrishna Paramahamsji was in meditation and certain things, he was asked to kill or sacrifice Kali within him, which he had created.
Okay.
But he was attached with that Kali that he was devoted to, or he had made up. So
Yes.
due to attachment, he was not able to go forward in his gnana, acquiring the Brahma gnana.
Correct.
So attachment
Very nice.
always doesn't allow us to realize or go towards the path for the next step.
Yes, it creates duality basically.
Yes.
Thank you very much. Yeah. Gajanan Patil ji wants to speak. Please.
Namaste everyone.
Namaste.
Just wanted to say that what we are discussing right now has been very well put up by Bhagwan in the shloka as Dhyayato Vishayam Pumsa Sangastesu Pujayate Sangat Sanjayate Kamat Krodho Vijayate. This series of shlokas here has brought up all the points that come up with the attachment and how attachment itself rises. That also has been very beautifully explained in the second chapter. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Yes, this is a way through which one can revise and one can review the previous chapters as well. Many a number of times, many concepts have been continuously revised by Bhagwan Sri Krishna himself, because most of the times we discuss one day, second day we forget and we fall into the trap. So that is why multiple chapters with multiple times repetitions are there. Gautam, you want to speak?
Namaste.
Gautam, your voice is not clear.
नमस्कारम
हाँ, अभी बेटर है.
जी, मैं अपना ही कुछ अनुभव बताना चाह रहा था कि आसक्ति, जैसे मुझे बहुत लोग बोलते रहते हैं कि इस उम्र में आप भगवत गीता ये सब में मत पढ़ो, इस उम्र में तो पार्टी में जाना चाहिए, ये अच्छा एंजॉय करना चाहिए, मस्ती करना चाहिए, ये शादी करना चाहिए, भोग विलास में करना चाहिए। तो ये जो है देखता हूँ मैं बहुत लोगों को बाद में सोचते, वो लोग बोलते हैं कि उम्र होने के बाद ही जो है आप भक्ति में आना चाहिए। तो मैं बहुत लोगों को देखा हूँ कि वो लोग भोग विलास बहुत जीवन भर करते हैं और अंत में भक्ति में आने का कोशिश करते हैं, लेकिन जो है उनका शरीर साथ नहीं देता है। कभी आंखें, किसी का आंखें खराब हो जाता है गया है, किसी को चलने में दिक्कत हो गया हो, और किसी को हाई हो, तो क्या है ना, तो भक्ति में जा ही नहीं पाते हैं। जैसे मैं अपने मम्मी पापा का ही उदाहरण देता हूँ, वो उन्होंने कभी भी ये सब धर्म ग्रंथ और भक्ति कभी किए नहीं। तो मैं आज ही सुबह बात कर रहा था कि आप लोग अभी पूरी जगन्नाथ एक बार घूम के आओ, वहां से गाड़ी रिजर्व करके जा रहा है। तो पापा ने बोल रहा है कि अरे ये घर में कोई नहीं रहेगा तो सब चोरी हो जाएगा, ये हो जाएगा। मतलब सो मच अटैचमेंट ऑफ हाउस बिल्डिंग और प्रॉपर्टी। तो इसलिए मैं ये शेयर करना चाह रहा था।
Beautiful, beautiful, Gautam. For you, you have the courage to speak so openly. You have the courage to understand things practically. This is what is the purpose of this class, where we understand the way of implementing Bhagavad Gita in our lives. So thank you, Gautam, for sharing that. Now, next one.
Next is Gautam ji only. Gautam ji can continue.
Gautam.
जी नमस्कार। हाँ नमस्कार अम्मा जी। ओके, धन्यवाद सभी को। शुरू करता हूँ। ओम श्री परमात्मने नमः। अथ श्रीमद् भगवद गीता त्रयोदश अध्याय क्षेत्र विभाग योग पंचविंशति श्लोक। उपद्रष्टानुमन्ता च भर्ता भोक्ता महेश्वरः परमात्मेति चाप्युक्तो देहेऽस्मिन् पुरुष परः। इस श्लोक के अर्थ है, इस देह में स्थित यह आत्मा वास्तव में परमात्मा ही है। वह साक्षी होने से उपद्रष्टा अर्थात सम्मति देने वाला होने से अनुमंता, सबका धारण पोषण करने वाला होने से भर्ता, जीव रूप से भोक्ता, ब्रह्मा आदि का भी स्वामी होने से महेश्वर और शुद्ध सच्चिदानंद घन होने से परमात्मा, ऐसा कहा गया है। परमात्मा, इस श्लोक के तात्पर्य है, परमात्मा जो सर्वक्षण जीवों के साथ रहते हैं वो परमेश्वर भगवान के ही प्रकाश है। वो कोई साधारण जीव नहीं है। अद्वैतवादी के दार्शनिकों के मत में क्षेत्रज्ञ एक और अभिन्न है, इसलिए उनके अनुसार परमात्मा और जीवात्मा में कोई अंतर नहीं है। लेकिन इस अंतर स्पष्ट करने के लिए भगवान यहाँ कहते हैं, वो परमात्मा रूप में प्रत्येक शरीर में विराज करते हैं। जीवात्मा से अलग वो पर अर्थात प्रपंचातीत। जीवात्मा कोई एक विशेष क्षेत्र के कार्य का उपभोग करते हैं, लेकिन परमात्मा सीमित भोक्ता व देहों के कार्य कर्मफल भोक्ता रूप में नहीं रहते। वह हर भर्ता के साक्षी, पर्यवेक्षक, अनुमंता एवं परम पुरुष में विराज करते हैं। उनका नाम है परमात्मा, जीवात्मा नहीं। वो प्रपंचातीत है। यहाँ स्पष्ट रूप में समझाया गया है, आत्मा के हस्त और पद सर्वत्र है, लेकिन जीवों का नहीं। अतएव परमात्मा परमेश्वर भगवान इसलिए वो प्रत्येक जीवों के अंदर से जीवात्माओं का भोग वासनाओं को मंजूरी देते हैं। परमात्मा के बिना अनुमोदन से कुछ नहीं कर सकता, जीव कुछ नहीं कर सकता। परमात्मा के बिना अनुमोदन से जीवात्मा को भोक्त या प्रतिपालित कहा जाए तो नहीं, जीवात्मा को भुक्त या प्रतिपालित कहा जाए तो परमात्मा को भोक्ता या प्रतिपालक कहा जाएगा। संसार में असंख्य जीवों के सुहृदय रूप में हृदय के अंतर में परमात्मा विराजित है। प्रत्येक जीव और भगवान के सनातन प्रत्येक जीव स्वतंत्र और भगवान के सनातन एक अंश है एवं सभी परस्पर घनिष्ठ मित्र है। लेकिन मनुष्य के अंदर भगवान के आदेश को प्रत्याहार करने की प्रवणता है एवं वह स्वतंत्र रूप से जड़ प्रकृति के ऊपर अपना कर्तृत्व स्थापना करना चाहते हैं। इसी प्रवणता को परमेश्वर भगवान के तटस्थ शक्ति कहते हैं। जीव भगवान के जड़ शक्ति या उनके पराशक्ति दोनों में अवस्थान कर सकते हैं। जब जीव जड़ शक्ति में आबद्ध हो जाते हैं तब परमेश्वर भगवान उनको परा प्रकृति में वापस लाने के लिए उनका परम बंधु परमात्मा रूप में साथ साथ रहते हैं। भगवान जीवों को परा प्रकृति में ले जाने के लिए सदा उद्ग्रीव, लेकिन जीवों के ऊपर जो यत्परोनस्ति तुच्छ स्वतंत्र के प्रभाव है वह प्रतिनियत परम चिन्मय ज्योति स्वरूप भगवान संग का प्रत्याख्यान करते हैं। वो जो स्वतंत्रता के दुरुपयोग कर रहे हैं, इसी कारणवश जड़ प्रकृति संसार में दुख भोग कर रहे हैं। भगवान इसलिए सर्वक्षण अंदर और बाहर दोनों तरफ से उपदेश दे रहे हैं। बाहर से भगवद गीता के रूप में और अंतर से समझाने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं कि इस जड़ जगत के कोई भी कर्म आनंददायक नहीं है। वो कह रहे हैं ये सब कुछ परित्याग करके मेरे प्रति विश्वस्त होइए, एकमात्र इसी में हम सुखी रह सकते हैं। ऐसे बुद्धिमान व्यक्तिगण परमात्मा या परम पुरुषोत्तम भगवान के साथ विश्वस्त अर्पण करके सच्चित आनंदमय जीवन पथ पर अग्रसर होते हैं। जय श्री कृष्ण। सर्वम श्री कृष्ण अर्पणमस्तु।
Thank you, Gautam. You can mute yourself. Yes, thank you. So here it's very interesting and very important to understand that Purusha and Prakriti, they are coexisting. Okay, Purusha is unmanifested, Prakriti is manifested, and when the Purusha gets attached to Prakriti, at that time all this Janma Mrityu Bandhan starts. And for that only, we should learn to remain non-attached to whatever we do. And this knowledge which is needed, which is available in various scriptures, but the transfer of knowledge into the practice, that is one of the most important aspects. Like today morning only I met somebody who is quite intelligent, who is quite knowledgeable, but when that person started opening up to me as a patient, he, despite knowing lots of scriptures, he told that I am at a point in my life where I think that if I die, what will happen to my wife and my kids? I was shocked to listen to that, because what I understood out of that person was that person is a non-attached person, and he does his work with utmost reverence and utmost devotion, where he does not have any kind of selfishness, any kind of greed, does not have any kind of attachment. To be just in one line, one sentence I have to tell, does not have any attachment. But when he spoke like that, I understood that whatever we see on surface, it's not so. And most of us, even though we are highest level of knowledge achievers and all these things, most of us have our points of slipping down. And that is why every moment is a moment of truth. Every moment is a moment of test. And that is why we should always keep in this mind that we are Atman, we are Purusha, having this body which is a representation of Prakriti. And ultimately, with the use of this consciousness which we have developed, we merge with the supreme consciousness. We merge and we identify ourselves with the highest level of consciousness. So that is the essence of this Kshetrajna Vibhaga Yoga, where we identify ourselves as Purusha, we identify ourselves as Atman, we identify ourselves as a part of Brahman and being the Brahman. Thank you very much. Next one. It's becoming very lengthy actually today. Anyhow.
जी.
Yeah.
ओम श्री परमात्मने नमः. अथ श्री भगवद गीता त्रयोदश अध्यायः क्षेत्रज्ञ विभाग योगः. श्लोका नंबर 24. य एवं वेति पुरुषं प्रकृतिं च गुणैः सह सर्वथा वर्तमानोऽस्मि न स भूयो विजायते. इससे पिछले वाले श्लोका में हमने देखा कि भगवान श्री कृष्ण हमें बता रहे हैं कि सच्चिदानंदमय जीवन की ओर हम किस तरह से प्रगति करते हैं. तो कंटिन्यूशन में इस श्लोका में भी भगवान हमें बता रहे हैं कि जो व्यक्ति प्रकृति, जीव तथा प्रकृति के गुणों की अंत क्रिया से संबंधित इस विचारधारा को समझ लेता है, उसे मुक्ति की प्राप्ति सुनिश्चित है. उसकी वर्तमान स्थिति चाहे जैसे भी हो, जहां यहाँ पर उसका पुनर्जन्म जो है वह नहीं होगा. धन्यवाद. हरे कृष्णा. हरे कृष्णा.
Hello. Thank you very much, Pihu, for short and sweet explanation. Here we have to understand that we have to know both, but we have to know both with understanding of being one, and that being one with the supreme consciousness, that we have to develop. We can't develop that because most of the times we identify this bodily existence and we think that you are Pihu, I am Mayur, and so on and so forth. So that is how we all become proud kind of people. We go away from the truth. We go away and we start becoming thinking that we are so intellectual, we are so we are so intelligent, we are so powerful, and I have done this, I have done that. All these things, they start coming to all of us, and that is where the problem starts. The one who knows the truth will be very easily understanding immediately, immediately will come into the will come into the present moment and understand the play of sattva, rajas and tamas, the play of trigunas, and will be happily renouncing the action, will be happily telling that, oh no, this is not this body doing, this is the Atman doing, this is the deed which is under the influence and under the power of supreme consciousness. And that is how one starts developing non-attachment. And then when this non-attachment is developed, automatically this cycle of birth and death also stops. Okay, so thank you very much. Now next one.
Next is again Gautam ji.
जी नमस्कारम. ओम श्री परमात्मने नमः. अथ श्रीमद् भगवद गीता त्रयोदश अध्यायः पंचविंशति श्लोक. ध्यानेन आत्मनि पश्यन्ति केचिद आत्मनात्मनः अन्य सांख्येन योगेन कर्म योगेन चापरे. श्लोक के अर्थ है, कई मनुष्य ध्यान के अभ्यास द्वारा, कोई सांख्य योग के द्वारा और कोई कर्म योग के द्वारा अपने आप में परमात्मा तत्व का अनुभव करते हैं. जय श्री कृष्ण. सर्वम श्री कृष्ण अर्पणमस्तु.
गौतम, अपने आप को म्यूट कर दो यार. I think screen sharing lost, no? Okay. So thank you very much, Gautam, for such a short and sweet explanation. Now we will move on to the next one.
Next is Raj Rajeshwari ji, 26 and 27. Yes, sir, we have lost that, screen.
अन्ये देवमजानन्तः श्रुत्वान्येभ्य उपासते तेऽपि चातितरन्त्येव मृत्युं श्रुतिपरायणाः. The meaning is, but others not knowing this worship what they hear from others. Those who follow what they have heard, they too overcome the death. In the previous shloka, Krishna tells about techniques to access Ishvara. Whenever one wants to learn something new, either they go to a teacher or read from various scriptures, and they start following whichever is told by them, and slowly they become an expert by themselves, and they know how to go for the revelation or whatever they want to do it. This is possible only when they have a faith in the Guru or the book author of the book who has written that. Otherwise, there will be no use because they will have so many doubts in between and they will not be able to achieve the final result. Finally, they realize the ultimate reality and follow the path for liberalization. Shall I continue, Doctor?
Yours is 27 also, no?
Yes, Doctor.
Yeah, please continue.
यावत् सञ्जायते किञ्चित् सत्त्वं स्थावरजङ्गमं क्षेत्रज्ञसंयोगात् तद्विधि भरतर्षभा. O best of Bharatas, whatever moving or unmoving being or unmoving being you see in the existence, know it to be a combination of the field of activities and knower of the field, that is Kshetra and Kshetrajna. In this, Krishna would like to say in the 26th Shloka that each and every creature created by him has the soul and the Atma and Paramatma in them, whatever it is, whether it is a tree or a plant, anything for that matter. And when we throw sometimes on tree's branch, it shakes, means to say that it has also got consciousness and emotions. And the plants are also said to be having the emotions, and they also have the senses, consciousness. That is, they said that the people will talk to the plants to grow, have a proper growth. That's so Krishna is stressing that all beings is combination of eternal source, which is the source of consciousness, and the body, which is made of the insentiment material energy. Krishnarpana.
Thank you very much, Raj Rajeshwari ji. In short, if I want to tell that everything is having, one is unmanifested aspect and then there is manifested aspect. So Kshetra and Kshetrajna. In that, what happens is when something is manifested, in that manifestation, we find three gunas, that is sattva, rajas, and tamas. And because of these three gunas, in the interplay of these three gunas, our identification like it rotates from the Kshetrajna to Kshetra, and our knowledge level becomes one level down. And because of that, what happens? We keep on getting play between body, mind, and intelligence and our ego. And through that, what will happen? We will become unstable. To become stable or to become something called as Sthita Prajna, what we have to do? We have to fix and we have to gain the knowledge of the Kshetra, that is Kshetrajna, and that is how we will be able to achieve the supreme consciousness. Okay, so this is the basis. This is the basis of almost everything, where we have to identify our true self. If in short, we have to tell like that. Next one.
Thank you, Doctor.
Thank you.
Next is Shloka number 28 and 29 by Indiraji and Vijay Kumarji.
Namaste. Namaste Indira ji, Namaste Vijay Kumar ji. Oh, I think they are not available.
I'm not seeing them in the list.
Just a second. Yeah, I think they are not available, and they have sent most probably this thing to me. See, actually, I also like came just now. Just a second. They have sent, yes. I will play. Namaste, doctor. As we have certain engagements on Sunday evening, will not be able to participate in the Holy Gita chanting in person and sending this recording. Okay, so let us.
Chapter 13, Shloka 28. Samam sarveshu bhuteshu tishthandam parameshwaram vinashyasya vinashyantam yat pashyati sapashyati. Meaning, he who perceives that the superior existence in all beings is never destroyed, though the beings are destroyed, perceives the reality. He is the real jnani. The supreme consciousness is present in every cell of the creation, inert or alive. This truth is what the saints and yogis strive to achieve through the dharana, dhyana, and ultimately they reach the samadhi state. In every atom of creation, the Krishna consciousness is ever present. That is, everything is the same energy. Man's eternal quest is to realize this Krishna consciousness. To achieve this, Bhagavad Gita teaches us that one should drop his ego, then with unconditional love and devotion, he will become the real jnani. Om Shabam Shri Krishna Arpanamastu.
Thank you very much, Indira ji, for such a short and sweet explanation. So basically, we have to perceive the all-pervading consciousness, all-pervading supreme consciousness in everything. For example, this laptop, this mobile, all of you, me, and this book, this carton, this tape, everything we should be able to perceive. And if we are able to perceive, then it becomes very interesting, and we will be able to achieve the supreme consciousness. Okay, next one is Vijay Kumar ji. His recording is also available.
Bhagavad Gita, chapter 13, Shloka 29. Kshetrajna Vibhag Yoga. Om Shri Paramatmane Namah. Samam Pashyanhi Sarvatra Samavastidamishwaram Nahi Nastyatmanatmanam Tado Yati Param Gatim. Samam, equally, Pashyan, see, he indeed Sarvatra, everywhere, Samavastidam, equally present, Ishwaram, God as a supreme soul. Now, do not hinasti, degrade Atmana by one's mind, Almanam, the self, Tataha, thereby, Yati, reach, Param, supreme, Gadim, destination. Does any change take place in the life of a sadhaka or a seeker who realizes Ishvara The answer is in this shloka. He who perceives the Supreme Soul everywhere does not degrade or degenerate himself, and therefore reaches the supreme destination. Sri Ramakrishna Paramahamsa says, where the nest is destroyed, the bird inside flies away in the sky. Similarly, when the holy consciousness, when the body consciousness is dropped and attached to the world, annihilated, the Jivatma flies away into the sky of Paramatman to merge in him. Sarvam Krishnarpanamastu. Hari Om.
Thank you very much, Vijay Kumarji. So this samatvam yoga uchyate, that is what we tell, and then this samam, to develop that samam, that to develop that samavasthiti, it's very difficult, and it's very easily disturbed even if we develop for a while, and that is why we should have a unique capability of seeing equanimity in each and everything, in each and every person. Suppose somebody praises you and you get inflated. Oh, Dr. Mayur, you are so great. You are a great neurosurgeon, and then you are a great yoga practitioner also. Then what will happen if I get inflated? It means that I am not in the samasthiti, and I easily get inflated. If somebody tells, "Oh, you are notorious, this, that, and all," and I get depressed, then I am not in samasthiti. So this going beyond this praise, then criticism, going beyond sukha, beyond dukkha, that is samasthiti. And for that we need to continuously thrive. Thriving is extremely important. Somewhere over a period of time, I am understanding one more thing, that to continue the work in this body and to achieve supreme consciousness, sometimes we need to let go of things. We need to let go of things. We need to allow people to breathe. We need to allow people to do their wrongs, and not sometimes suggest them, oh, you are doing this wrong, because that to tell somebody you are doing this wrong, or to tell somebody you are doing this right, in both ways, it is a part of excitement or it is a part of criticism within us, and that leads us to away from the samasthiti. So you see Ishvara in every person. You enjoy the Ishvara in every person. You may suggest also. Suppose if I have to suggest, I am suggesting somebody out of concern, out of real concern, and I don't want to play a dual mind. In my mind, I am feeling like suggesting something, and because I have fear, it means that I don't have samasthiti. I think that what they will think about me if I tell something like that. So that is not samasthiti. Samasthiti is extremely important, and it is extremely difficult. One has to continuously strive to develop that samasthiti. Okay, next one.
Om Shri Paramatmane Namaha. Shloka number 30th. Prakriti yev cha karmani kriyamanani sarvasha ya pashyati tadhatmanam kartarama sapashyate. इसके पिछले श्लोकों में भगवान श्री कृष्ण ने हमें काफी कुछ चीजों के बारे में क्लैरिटी दी है कि पुरुष क्या है, प्रकृति क्या है, जीव क्या है, प्रकृति के 3 गुण क्या हैं। तो इसमें वो हमें और अच्छी से बताते हुए कह रहे हैं कि 3 गुणों से बनी हुई प्रकृति, 3 गुणों से बनी हुई माया ही प्रकृति है। हमारे सारे कर्म मन, शरीर और वाणी के द्वारा ही किए जाते हैं, और इन कर्मों के पीछे प्रकृति ही होती है। जो ज्ञानी है वह ये जानता है कि इन कर्मों के पीछे प्रकृति है, आत्मा नहीं। हमसे हमारे कर्म हमारी प्रकृति ही करवाती है, आत्मा नहीं। ये बात सिर्फ ज्ञानी ही समझता है और इसलिए सिर्फ वो यथार्थ को देखता है। बाकी सब अज्ञानी हैं और वह मिथ्या ही देखते हैं। क्योंकि वह मिथ्या को देखते हैं, इसलिए वह हमेशा दुनियादारी में ही लगे रहते हैं और कर्म के बंधनों में बंधकर एक के बाद एक दूसरे जन्म में आते जाते रहते हैं। धन्यवाद। सर्वम श्री कृष्ण अर्पणम अस्तु। हरे कृष्ण।
Thank you, Pihu, for such a short and sweet explanation. Here, we have to understand there is one very thin line between trying to surrender and trying to be over smart. In the sense that there are some people who will take the shield of such kind of shlokas and they will tell that it is not me, it is my prakriti, I am not like that. That does not work. Okay, once you identify your prakriti, once you identify sattva, rajas and tamas within you, it actually becomes very easy to achieve that samasthiti, and it is very easy, to be honest, to go beyond the gunas, that is gunatitaha. And that is how first step is understanding the gunas, and then after understanding the gunas, identifying the issues. After identifying the issues, correcting the issues. And once you correct the issue, you are gunatitaha because you have gone beyond the gunas. But at the same time, it should not be used as a manipulation or as a way out from the consequences which we face because of our problems in our gunas. Okay, so this is what in short till now about Kshetrajna Vibhag Yoga. Basically, we have to find out our true selves and get complete freedom from unnecessary distractions, and then continuing on the path of yoga, continuing and reaching up to the point where we realize and become the supreme consciousness. So thank you very much, everybody, for joining in. Now, if somebody wants to
Shiv Shankar ji wanted to sing a
bhajan,
bhajan.
please.
Namaste, everybody.
Namaste, Shiv Shankar ji.
Shankara Guru Jaya, Shankara Guru, 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 Shanmata Sthapaka, Shankara Guru, Kaladivasa Shankara Guru, Shanmata Sthapaka Shankara Guru, Kaladivasa Shankara Guru, Shankara Guru Jaya, Shankara Guru, Shankara Guru Jaya, Shankara Guru, Kamakshi Rupane Shankara Guru, Kamchi Piteshwara Shankara Guru, Kamakshi Rupane Shankara Guru, Kamchi Piteshwara Shankara Guru, Shankara Guru Jaya Shankara Guru, Shankara Guru Jaya Shankara Guru, Shanmata Sthapaka Shankara Guru, Kaladivasa Shankara Guru, Kamakshi Rupane Shankara Guru, Kanchi Piteshwara Shankara Guru, Shankara Guru Jaya Shankara Guru, Shankara Guru Jaya Shankara Guru. Dhanyawada.
Dhanyawad, Shiv Shankar ji. Anybody else, or else we should wind up?
Yes, sir. Last time also I wanted to sing Nirvana Shaktam on the eve of Shivratri. So,
Okay.
can I?
Okay. Okay. Please.
Okay. Om Namah Shivaya. मनोबुद्ध्यहङ्कारचित्तानिनां न च श्रो विचित्रे न च घ्राणनेत्रे न च व्यो न भूमिर्न तेजो न वायु चिदानन्दरूपा शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं चिदानन्दरूपा शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं चिदानन्दरूपा शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं न च प्राणसंज्ञो न वै पञ्चवायु न वा सप्तधातुर्न वा पञ्चकोशा न वा पाणिपादं न चोपस्थपायु चिदानन्दरूपा शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं न मे द्वेषरागो न मे लोभमोह न मे मदो नेव मात्सर्यभावा न धर्मो न चर्थो न कामो न मोक्षा चिदानन्दरूपा शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं न पुण्यं न पापं न सौख्यं न दुःखं न मन्त्रो न तीर्थं न वेदा न यज्ञम् अहं भोजनं नेव भोज्यं न भुक्ता चिदानन्दरूपा शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं न मे मृत्युशङ्का न मे जातिभेदा पिता नेव मेनेव माता न जन्म न बन्धुर्न मित्रं गुरुनेव शिष्य चिदानन्दरूपा शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहम् अहं निर्विकल्पो निराकाररूपो विभुत्वा च सर्वत्र सर्वेन्द्रयाणं न च सङ्गतं नेव मुक्तिर्न मेया चिदानन्दरूपा शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं चिदानन्दरूपा शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं चिदानन्दरूपा शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहम् ॐ नमः शिवाय हरे
Do you know who is the author of this?
Adi Shankaracharya.
Very nice. Because recently I saw a post in which somebody was telling that it is the composition is by Sadguru. So that is
Actually,
that is what it
sorry. You complete, doctor. You complete it.
that is what it has come to.
No, doctor.
Now Sadguru is become the author of this Nirvana Shatakam.
No, he never said that, sir.
No.
People are
No,
interpreting.
it has happened, Amma. It has happened. People are putting Facebook posts that this beautiful Nirvana Shatakam by Sadguru. It has happened. I have screwed that person on Facebook. But still, it does not matter because already it is now in the fly.
No, doctor. Actually, Shankaracharya goes in search of a guru to Ganges river, and he wants the guru to take him as a disciple. Then the guru asks him, "Who are you?" Then Shankaracharya tells this.
Shiv Shankar ji, I'm talking about Sadguru, this latest Sadguru of 21st century.
Yes, doctor.
I don't know whether you got my point or not.
Yeah, I got your point, doctor.
The people are distorting history. That is what I am talking about. Okay, anyhow. We will adopt Namaskara Mudra, Omkar followed by Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinaha. Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinaha. Sarve Santu Niramaya. Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu. Ma Kaschid Dukha Bhag Bhavet. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. With your eyes closed, slowly take your both the hands back. Hold your right wrist with the left palm. Inhale, arch your back, look up. Exhale, bend from the root of the back. Touch your forehead to the ground. Express gratitude to Mother Earth, Almighty, your parents and Guru. Slowly inhale and come up. Slowly release your hands with few blinks. You may open your eyes. Thank you very much. And I wish that we all go beyond our qualities. We all understand our true selves, and we achieve our universal self, our true self, Atman, purest of the consciousness, and do what is required rather than do something which we like or which we want to achieve or which we just want to show off. Thank you very much, everybody. Always remember that all of us have to be healthy, happy, and prosperous together. None of us should suffer. All of us have to live in harmony and peace along with all other plants and animals. Thank you.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್. ಶುಭರಾತ್ರಿ ಎವ್ರಿಬಡಿ.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ. ಶುಭರಾತ್ರಿ. ಶುಭರಾತ್ರಿ.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ ಪಿಯೂಷ್ ಜಿ. ನಮಸ್ಕಾರಂ.
नमस्कारम.
शुभरात्रि सभी को, बहुत बहुत शुभरात्रि.
शुभरात्रि. शुभरात्रि. शुभरात्रि. शुभरात्रि.